Oh, that was really... On my school bag, there's a little kitten, like a little keychain with a cat. And I lost it. And then a woman was running after me, was like, yeah, you lost it. And that was really nice. Yes, I think Japanese people are super nice, but sometimes kind of shy to talk to foreigners.
So thank you so much for accepting the interview. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Anastasia and I'm from Germany.
What's impression on Japan so far?
I really like Japan. Like last year I came here already, and this year I wanted to come back because I really like the feeling that Japanese culture gives me.
Nice. So you like the atmosphere and the feeling in Japan.
Yes.
Are there any difference between your country, German, and Japan?
Yeah, there are a lot of difference. I think the biggest difference is the people. In Germany, the people are more... I think Japanese people are really respectful and really friendly. And for example, at the train, on the train they're always really quiet. And in Germany, the people are more loud. But that means I think Japan is a super safe country, but also more difficult for foreigners to get to know people because everyone is with themselves. And I think maybe German people are more open-minded, and Japanese people are more traditional. Maybe.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. By the way, what do you do in Japan?
I'm an exchange student.
Oh, you're exchange student?
Yes.
In the high school or college?
High school. I go to normal Japanese high school.
Do you feel any differences school? You experience school life in Germany and in Japan right now.
There's a big difference. It's also the respect, the bowing in front of teacher, and we always have to stand up and say greet the teacher when the teacher comes in. And in Germany we don't do that.
Oh, okay, really?
In Germany it's not bowing, but at some schools we have to stand up and say good morning. Not every in Germany it's in the morning once, and in Japan every lesson at the beginning and at the end of the lesson. It's more often.
More often in Japan. And then so you actually living in Japan so far. What makes you to move in Japan? Because I know you're an exchange student, but...
Two reasons. First reason is I really just like the Japanese culture and Japanese food and Japanese lifestyle. And second reason is my boyfriend lives in Japan, so that we're closer to each other. And after 1 year I have to go back to long distance, but then when I go to college I come back. So.
That's a important reason, yeah? Long distance is kind of sometimes hard, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Any shock or a difference when you come in Japan?
Good is everyone is so well behaved and has good manners, also young people, and they all have the lines in front of the train, and all the trains are on time. That's also amazing.
Right. I think did you have any emotional or impressive experience when you come in Japan so far?
Yes.
Yeah.
One time I was on the train and I fell asleep, and then I woke up and I was kind of confused, and probably I looked confused. And the train was going to split.
Right.
And then a woman came up to me and told me in Japanese, oh yeah, the train is gonna split. Split. So please come to the other train and then you can go to the destination. And I was like, oh, that's so nice, thank you.
That's really nice.
And another time, that was really... On my school bag, there's a little kitten, a little keychain with a cat. And I lost it. And then a woman was running after me, was like, yeah, you lost it. And that was really nice.
Key holder?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
So they actually catch you up and then bring you?
Yes. I think Japanese people are super nice, but sometimes kind of shy to talk to foreigners.
Right. That's true, yeah. yeah, it depends on people, but some people are really shy
Yeah.
to talk to other people.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Thanks for telling me that.
I think they expect that foreigners can't speak Japanese, and I think a lot of foreigners can speak Japanese, but some people are learning, and I can speak, like I can understand more than I can speak, but I can speak normal like conversation with my friends. And when I went to Starbucks to order, I was speaking in Japanese, and
Right.
she was always answering in English, and I was like repeating in Japanese. So sometimes I think they expect really much that it's English.
What things you would like to bring back your country? Like anything should be fine, like culture, spiritual things.
I like the girls in my high school and their behavior. Like they're more. They have their kind of the way they talk to each other and the way they're always like so happy with each other. I think I would like to bring this back to my friends at home because it's different feeling, and I like the Japanese way of being happy with the friends. Does it make sense?
Like how they communicate or how they,
they're more
reach out to you. Or...
They're more like caring and like really always, hey, are you okay? Oh, you look so cute today, and like always giving compliments and being so nice to each other. And I think like German people, like don't get me wrong, German people are also nice and caring to each other, but it's different. Kind of different. And I think the general nice behavior is good.
Thanks for saying that. And you mean they actually like compliment us the more, not polite way, but like more often?
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
Okay.
Yes. They compliment much more often than German people.
That could be true. Yeah. When I was a student, like so many like Japanese girls like compliment each other, like kawaii ne, something like that.
It's like this.
You know, you're getting used to it.
Yes, and I also do it with my friends, so I think I will automatically bring this back to my friends.
Right, that's nice, yeah. And then hopefully please enjoy in school life of the Japan, and then hope you enjoy, yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for accepting interview. What's your name and where you from?
Hello, my name is Ria. I'm from Jakarta, Indonesia.
How's living over there?
It's kind of crowded actually, and always a traffic jam every day, and then not really, you know, there's not really a good public transportation for me to commute because I live in suburb and I work in the city center, so it takes a long drive to the office.
What's the reason that you came in Japan?
This is my first time come to Japan. I always heard that from my friends. A lot of my friends always wanted to come back to Japan, and then also my brother went to Japan last year, and they always say that Japan is very nice, and they always wanted to come back. And Japan is one of their favorite countries uh, over every countries that they visited before. So I really wanted to see it by myself. So then I took this trip alone because I don't really uh, I want to enjoy it for myself. I mean, not really following others itinerary or something. So I think experiencing by myself, it's one of the best thing that to see that if I really like this place or not.
And then how's the impression on Japan so far?
My impression was Japan is very nice for me. First, that what makes me impressed was this is a um, it's very neat, and good public transportation. Everything is, I think it's accessible by public transportation. So we don't really I don't really need to take a taxi or a car or any private transportation, and it's very nice to have a long walk because in Jakarta I cannot walk. Besides, there's no pedestrian uh, access, and then there's pollution everywhere. So it's not nice to have a walk in Jakarta, and this is very nice because actually I like physical activity, and that's why I really like it here when I arrived, and then seeing it's very easy to get to the hotel that I stayed in from the airport with my with the luggage, and it's very easy, it's very simple.
So the definitely transportation that you favorite.
Yeah, it's my first impression, and people are very nice too here. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's because I look very different from all of Japanese people.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we're Indonesia also do that, because when we see that someone is not Indonesian, people are being nicer to them. But I experienced a very nice service in my accommodation, or when I go to another place, even though I cannot speak Japanese. They really want to help me to understand what I want, and to get some understanding between us. So,
Even though like other Asian country, you think Japan is kind of different.
yes, based on the several countries that I have visited before, I think this is one of the best. I think this is the best ever that I experienced. Yeah.
Where else did you go?
So far in Asia, I have been to Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand. So from all of that countries, this is Japan is my favorite.
You went to a lot of country.
Yeah, quite a lot.
And then you will stay like 1 or 2 weeks in Japan. And what else you are like excited things when you come in Japan? Like food.
I think I don't really have like itinerary where I have to eat or following someone's recommendation. So I just found a place and then I eat. And actually everything is good. The food is great, and yeah, I think the food is because I also in Jakarta. I also love if I have to choose where to eat. I Japanese food is always one of my choice. So when I tried here, and yeah, everything is good, even though maybe it's not really. I don't know what is this is just I just uh, come and then eat there, but turns out it's good. The food is good.
Are there any like impression differences like before came and after came in Japan?
Yes, because at first I thought that Japan is because really a lot of people from Indonesia come here, and then they always say Japan is nice. Japan is their favorite country. I kind of saw. At first, I thought it was is it overrated or not? So that's why at first I kind of always hesitant to go. People always say, "Oh, go to Japan. It's nice," but sometimes when really a lot of people, like every people, saying that, I was like, "Is it overrated or is it really nice?" Then and then I came here, and then I think yeah, that impression changed because yeah, they were right that Japan is really nice. Yeah.
So even though some people overrate it, but it's actually true.
Yeah. Yeah, my impression yeah, my impression at first, or hearing them it's wrong. I think that's I experienced it myself and it's true. Yeah.
That's glad to hear for me. Yeah. And then what they tell you about like Japan for your friends or relatives? Because you say that overlaid. So.
Because they always say that it's nice, and like I say that people here really nice, and then the food is great, and then when you shop, this is much not as pricey as in Indonesia. So then people say you go buy something in Japan, and then it's very cheaper than when you buy something in Indonesia. Yeah, and then yeah, I think like that.
And then did you buy anything?
Yeah, I buy some things. Some things that I cannot find in Indonesia actually, or some some clothes, and then of course I went to Disney Resort, Disneyland, and Disney Sea, and then yeah, bought something there as well, and like yeah, it's really nice. I think to have. I mean, when I see that when I'm in Tokyo, I see that the city is big, but but still there's a lot of you know, like parks and trees, and it's really nice to keep not a really, I think like city, and you know, no nothing green like in Jakarta, but this is like balance. Yeah.
Balance of the city and green.
Yeah.
And then you went to Disneyland.
Yeah.
How was it?
It's really nice. Disneyland. It's the attraction was great, but maybe it's more for like kids. Yeah, so there's not really much. So yeah, it's not really that thrilling or something, because yeah, it's more for kids. But it's really nice, and it's a really big amusement park. And then and I went there. It was, I think, last week, and it was like very cold last week, and it's rainy all day, but
Yeah.
still it's really nice. Yeah.
You experienced many things in Japan. So I think what things the surprise things when you come in Japan.
Japan is very developed. Everything is easy to do. I mean, sometimes you just when you buy something, you can just uh, there's no people in the cashier, and then I just can do it the transaction by myself, or as simple as when you even though in the convenience store, you just, you know, you just insert the money, and then they will and then if you have change, they will like automatically give it. I was like, oh, this is a very great technology here. Yeah, it was really surprising. I think like before, I think, yeah, it's Japan is a developed country, I know, but I think it's way more beyond what I expect than before.
What things that you would like to bring back your country, like the physical things, food, culture, spiritual, anything should be fun.
I think some uh, food, uh, food, yeah, I think like snacks or things that, yeah, yeah, that's not in Indonesia. That, I mean, some we have some maybe the same brands, but there's not, maybe the flavors not there in Indonesia. So I might bring back that to Indonesia. I think
Yeah.
as simple as that.
What kind of things they don't might have? I had a Kit Kat.
Yeah,
Have
Kit Kat.
different taste. But
Different
what
taste.
else?
I think like from Muji.
Muji.
Yeah, because we don't because we had Muji before, but it was closed every store was closed. I think few years ago, and we don't know the reason, because and there's not the here you have the bakery, the food, and Indonesia I think that's no food, just the things, yeah. So that's maybe I want to try and try to bring back to Indonesia. I think that people always want it. That's one of the things that I heard, that people love Muji and the food.
So thanks for the interview, and I also brought some snack today. You like it? Snack?
I like.
Okay, alright. Try matcha before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. Thank you very much.
It's really soft, so be careful with the messy. Yeah. It's good.
Good.
How's it like taste of matcha?
It's like taste of matcha, but it's kind of there's little kind not really bitter. Yeah, I think it's kind of nice.
Nice.
I don't really like the someone's too bitter. Matcha, that is too bitter. So I think this is the right amount
Right.
for me. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me, it's sometimes people are different.
And then thanks for the interview, and please enjoy the Tokyo and Kyoto, right?
Thank you very much.
Thanks for accepting interview. Please tell me what's your name?
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Brian.
Nice to meet you. And where are you from?
We're from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Nice. How's the living over there?
Mostly cold, but in the summer it's really nice and sunny, and then you can do outdoor activities and kayak, so it's a
Yeah.
pleasant place to live.
She's originally from Minnesota, but I am originally from Philadelphia, so we moved there kind of for like school and work and kind of stuff. So
Nice. Yeah, so it's basically you love over there, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think I still would move back to the East Coast eventually, but for now it's a great place to live.
it's a big country, so there's
Yeah.
lots to
Lots to see.
explore and see. So yeah, the Mall of America.
Mall of America.
People know it for that.
Yeah.
And
What else?
and then the locals go ice fishing, which
fishing.
but they do go fishing in the winter when everything's frozen. So they
Yeah.
cut a hole in the ice and they go fishing. And so
Yeah.
we tried it once.
It was kind of fun actually.
You know.
I was surprised.
Did you try anything in fish or?
Yeah, we gave it a try. We caught some.
Yeah, we caught a
So-
few like little ones.
Yeah, they're small.
They're
So
small.
yeah, it's no big trophy on the wall or anything like that. Yeah.
That's nice to hear from you. Yeah. And then what brought you Japan like this time?
We wanted to go somewhere different, so we've gone to Europe a lot, but I've never been to Asia, and I've always thought Japan was pretty cool. So we saw some pretty good deals on flights, and we just booked it.
Yeah, I mean, we've been pretty big travelers for a while, and I was in China once before. One of my roommates in college was from a city outside Shanghai, so I spent like almost 3 or 4 weeks in China before, and kind of wanted to come back but try something different. So
Nice. Did you say you living in China for what?
just visiting, but yeah, but I was there for 3 or 4 weeks, so pretty long time. So
Are there any like differences in China and Japan so far?
oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they just, we wanted to make our way to this side of the world and see something different, So, yeah.
Very good. And then how's the impression Japan so far?
No, I have very great impression, and I also noticed that like it's so orderly. People are quiet on the subway. People kind of like follow the rules, which I actually really like. So it's been really great so far.
I'm moving, I'm pretty sure.
You're
So,
moving.
yeah. So if you know any properties, or realtors or anything, no, I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
Like we got off the plane and we're just really struck by exactly what you were saying, and then now we're here in this beautiful park, and there's just so much like we're excited, just like there's so much history to
Yeah.
explore here, and and lots to see. So
Nice. Are you gonna move here? Or
I guess we are now, right? Yeah, it's great. And also everybody here is very friendly and like helpful too.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, never know. So
you never know.
one of my coworkers actually did live here for like I think almost 3 years,
okay.
and before he did medical school back in Canada. So so you never know. It might happen.
So you already know someone here in Japan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he's giving us some recommendations and warning us about giving us a heads up on some of like the cultural differences, like you know, this, certain restaurants like taking the shoes off and putting on the slippers and the other shoes for the bathroom and things like that. He learned that one the hard way because his mom had walked in the bathroom with like their regular shoes and everyone was like looking at her, and so you know, yeah. So that hasn't happened to us yet, but
But we've only been here for a day.
and we're professionals. So.
I don't know. Speak for yourself.
Nice, yeah. It's culture differences.
Yeah, yeah. But that's the great thing about traveling, right? I mean, I think you get to experience something different. You get to, I know we're really like interested in like history and just reading about history and just being able to see things like up front and in person. And that's you can't put a price on that, So
yeah,
it's great when people take advantage of that, and nowadays it's so like conducive to do. It's now with like you have your Google Maps, you have your Google Translate, which we were saying like the other day is like it's great because it makes things so much more convenient. But I guess the flip side of it is, before you couldn't rely on your phone, so you don't have to talk to people a little bit more and move your hands when you couldn't speak the same language or whatever. And that's kind of what I had to do in China, but it's great. I mean, I think people should take more advantage of traveling and just exploring things.
Yeah, as you say, it's totally different, right? All the year and now you can use anything like technology things.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. So.
And then you say your co-workers are living here, but what do you do for a living, by the way?
so I'm a data manager. So basically, I run statistics, analyze data.
And I'm a physician, so I'm a doctor for pediatric emergency medicine. So like the emergency room, but like just for children that are sick or injured and showing up to the emergency room. So.
It's a really cool job, and then you guys have different fields, right, for business?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of medical adjacent. Like I do research in medicine, but yeah, we're a little bit different for sure. Yeah. I don't have to touch any patients. So.
Yeah,
I
right,
kinda like that.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's right.
It's different route, yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for telling me. And then you say you only stay one day, but what else you will try in future this trip?
Oh, we have a lot. So we're gonna be in Tokyo for a few more days, and then we're gonna go to Kyoto. We're gonna go to Osaka and Hiroshima, and kind of do a few day trips here and there.
Yeah. Hopefully some of our friends are visiting. Actually, the roommate I mentioned that's from China, he's gonna fly over and meet us and like next week. And we have another family friend who's a Marine who's stationed here. So hopefully we'll see him too while we're here. So we have friends all around the world, I guess.
It's really nice to meet overseas, right?
Yeah.
With your friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And you will go many places. Like how long you will stay in Japan?
So we'll be here for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Cool. Not long enough, but
True. Yeah. That's a pretty good chunk of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What things are you excited for, like food or any places?
Of course, yes.
Temple?
always the food,
Yeah.
and then I'm really excited to explore Kyoto and see some temples and some shrines, see more of the culture and the history.
Yeah, same.
Same
And
also.
yeah, I mean, the food, the history, people. Can't pick one thing, you know.
Yeah,
It's
true.
lots to choose from.
Too many choices.
Yeah,
Too many, yes,
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
And regarding the food, what kind of food you want to try, or did you try before?
So far we've had some gyoza, noodles, kind of like standard stuff, but I've heard of like octopus on a stick, like candied octopus. I think it might be in Kyoto, so I'm kind of interested in trying that.
All the above. So.
And then did you feel any like differences compared to you're from, like Japan? Anything?
Yeah, I mean,
I guess there's differences, but it's more of like, oh, it's a different culture. It wasn't as jarring for me.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess the subway, the metro system was.
Oh, yeah,
We were
that's
talking
different.
about like, you know, when we first landed, just struck about like how kind of clean and like orderly like everything was, and that's
definitely
not quite
different.
like
Yeah.
you're in San Francisco, you know,
So you're-
right? I mean, yeah, so you know, that's not often the experience, and I'm sure it's not, you know, everywhere here too, but that was a striking thing like right off the bat, and that is often not the experience in places like Philadelphia and New York and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was probably the biggest thing. You know,
Right.
it just struck me. The other thing I was really struck by too is just, I mean, granted, they take this with a grain of salt because you know, don't speak Japanese, and it's only been day one, and you know, I've only been to a few places and everything, but I don't know. People just seem to take like I don't know. People seem to take like this sort of like sense of pride and like the respect that like, you know, of the kind of things that they're doing. Like even when we were going to like a store and just getting things like bag, like you know, purchase, you know, place in a bag. I mean, even just like I don't know, the way even just doing that, like it just, there's this sort of like I don't know what the word
Like a
is
culture
for
of
it.
respect.
Yeah,
Culture of
you
respect.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, like that was pretty striking. So, and you know, I don't want to read too much into that. You know, I'm sure we've only seen a few spots so
Right,
far,
that's
but
true.
but it, you know, it definitely stood out for sure. So I don't know. But do you think there's something to that
Yeah,
based on your experiences in the States?
I think the subway system is totally different. And some people say that in the train, how they behave is different, like you said.
Yeah,
So the behavior is kind of like different.
yeah,
I can tell that, yeah, what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
And people are also very respectful of everybody around them. So they're like mindful when they're like walking, when they're like, you know, they're just kind of paying a little extra attention, where I think like in the US people, it's kind of a little more centered on yourself. Like you're like going around doing your own thing, not really paying attention to other people.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we were saying the other day. I feel like, you know, one of the things that's, I mean, I've traveled a fair amount, like around different places, and I mean, I think one of the big differences in the United States is, I think you tend to see more like extremes of things, right? So, you know, like you'll have the really rich, or you'll have people that are, you know, really professional, have, you know, the degrees and everything, and you'll have that to like an extreme, but you also have the opposite end to an extreme, and I don't know. I've just often wondered on my like impressions on traveling to different places about like the ways that's different between, you know, where we're from and other places like around the world, and So it's a little bit more of you get a little bit more of like a Wild West kind of cowboy kind of stuff.
In
the
here?
States.
In the
the
US.
States.
In
In the
the
States
US, yeah.
compared to here, yeah. Unless there is somewhere here that you know of that has that, you can tell us where. But
So thanks for the all the answers. Please enjoy the Tokyo and Japan life.
will do.
And then I also brought some snack today. So would you like to try one?
Sure. What's the snack?
It's called the matcha cookie. Which name?
All right.
So nice to meet you.
Nah, nice to meet you. Thank you so much. ご視聴ありがとうございました。質問のご希望や動画の感想をコメント欄でいただけると幸いです。たくさんのコメントお待ちしております。チャンネル登録、応援お願いします。